Okay, Latin 2 students, you have a paper in your packet or on Google Classroom that has more of a totally different looking format for this text, and it has vocab at the bottom. So you have access to a lot of the vocab. I'm going to use this because I needed the space to be bigger so that you could kind of follow along with the color codes. Remember that blue does red to the green. So what we're going to do is if you take a look at line 2, there's a period there. So we're going to look at line 1 that ends with a semicolon, and then we're going to work on line 2 that ends with a period. And then we're going to work on lines 3, 4, and 5 because there's a really cool semicolon, and then line 6 has a period at the end of it. So that's going to be kind of how we break it down. Okay, I'm going to go through this a little quickly because you can always slow it down. And I don't want the uploads to take too terribly long. So remember, blue does red to the green. So Aeneas, miratur, admires, Molem is a city. If you look at your vocab list, it says a city. Comma, quondam means formerly, and megalia are huts. So Aeneas admires the city, formerly huts. So what he's saying there is it used to be huts and now it's a city, and so he is amazed at what he's looking at. Now, line 2 does not have anything blue, so we're going to assume Aeneas is still the subject. So Aeneas admires, portas are gates. Remember, the que means and in front, and strepitum is noise, and strata, like stratification, is layers. So these are paved roads. So he admires the gates and the noise and the paved roads, period. So then we have a 3-word before a colon. So instant is plural. So Virgil has to give us a nominative plural. He in fact gives us 2. Ardentes is a present active participle. See the nt and third declension. So the men burning, the passionate men, and the Tyrians. The Tyrians are these new Carthaginians. So the eager Tyrians, instant, press on, colon. Now there's a pars here, and there's another pars down here. In your vocab, it says some and then others. So some, ducere means lead, muros are walls. So some are leading out walls. They're extending walls. So they're making the city bigger. Que means and in front. And they moliri, they build Arkham, a citadel, a fortress. And subwalware, they roll up saxa or rocks, manibus with their hands. So some extend walls and build a fortress and roll rocks with their hands. Others, we're still talking about those Tyrians, those passionate people. Others choose optare, a location, tecto for a building, for a roof, for a building, and concludere, enclose it. Sulco means ditch, so with a ditch. So they're making it harder to get in and they're making it where it's protected. All right? So then this line, line 6, does not have anything blue. So we're assuming it's still the they, meaning the Tyrians. Okay? So legunt, they choose. Jura are laws, neuter plural. And magistrates, the officials. And the Holy Senate. So the Romans didn't believe in separation of church and state. They actually put religion with their government. All right? Hic or hic, here, we have alii, and we have another alii. So in your vocab it says some and others. So here, some effodiant dig portus harbors. Remember, blue does red to the green. Some dig harbors. Okay? Here, let's go look for another blue. Others, locant, locate. Alta, tall or deep. Fundamenta or foundations. So are foundations tall or are they deep? They're going to be deep. So here, others locate deep foundations, teatris, theaters, for theaters. So they're going to have multiple theaters and they're going to be deep. They're going to be big. And remember, the que means and in front. And where's my verb? Where's my verb? Oh, executant. And they carve. They carve, like excise. They carve columns. Imanis means huge. Rupibus are cliffs. So they carve columns from huge cliffs. And then Virgil's going to tell us what those are for. Alta decora, so tall decorations for future stages. So we know that they're going to have multiple theaters, and they're going to be huge, and they're going to be decorated with really big columns that they got from cliffs. Now, on line 10, somebody's talking because we have quotation marks. Oh, blessed. Oh, fortunate people. Good old vocative. Quorum means whose. Moinia are walls, like walls around a city, whose walls jam already surgunt rise. So, oh, fortunate people whose walls already rise. Aeneas ait, Aeneas says, and suspicit, he sees the fastigia, the rooftops, urbis of the city. Okay? So just to read through that one more time. Aeneas admires the city, formerly huts. He admires the gates and the noise and the paved roads. The eager Tyrians press on. Some extend walls and build a fortress, and roll the rocks with their hands. Others choose a location for a building and enclose it sulco with a ditch. They choose laws and officials and the Holy Senate. Here some dig harbors. Here others locate deep foundations for theaters. And they carve columns from huge cliffs, tall decorations for future stages. O fortunate people whose walls already rise, Aeneas says, and he looks at the rooftops of the city. There you go, guys. Miss you. Take care.